I want to introduce myself first. I'm Eric Jones, Chief of Police for the Stockton Police Department. I want to welcome you all to the SPD headquarters. And today we are reaching a milestone for our Stockton Police Department. In fact, within recent history, at least 5 years, we have not had the staffing level that we actually have today. And as of today, the milestone is that we have reached 372 sworn authorized personnel with these new trainees and officers that you see up here today. This is the first time in a very long time that we've now gone over our authorized strength number of 365. So 7 of these officers here are actually what we would consider Measure A officers. So let's give one round of applause for all the hard work that a lot of hard work has gone into hiring officers, going through their backgrounds, and I know you've gone through our background process, so I know you're going to be excellent and fine Stockton police officers, and I want to thank you for joining the Stockton Police Department. And I'm going to talk a little bit about each one of these individuals today. So we're swearing in one new police officer, and to my immediate left, Kevin Jones. And then I would like to introduce the 9 new police officer trainees in order. We have Joseph Ciccarelli, and as mention your name if you could just raise your hand. We have Anthony Cooper, Louis Hammonds Jr., Jared Huvel, Andrew Mulgrew, Bo Riley, Cal Sefong, Eduardo Silva Duarte, and Guillermo Zuniga. Again, to all of you, welcome to Stockton PD. The individuals you see against the wall will all be sent to an upcoming police academy on September 20th. This is actually another historical moment for Stockton. They will be going to the very first full-time police academy at Delta College Police Academy here in Stockton. And we will have another historical number, 16 individuals that will be Stockton Police Department employees going through that academy. So 16 of those academy attendees will be Stockton PD. So we welcome all of you, and we welcome your family and friends to this event today. I want to go ahead and introduce some of our command staff that are here to see your faces, get to know you, and really roll out the red carpet to you and your families and friends as being part of our greater Stockton PD family. So I'd like to start first with Deputy Chief Rick Salcedo. We have Deputy Chief Trevor Womack, and then we have Captains Aaron Rose, Jeff Kuhn, Tom Jernigan, Scott Metters. So we've pretty much got our entire command staff here. This is excellent. We also have Lieutenant Josh Dobrnick and my wife, Tracy Jones, who will, as is customary for us now, will meet with your family and friends to talk a little bit about what is to be expected, how you can support him through his training program, what he's going to go through, and just the importance of you being his support network as he goes through the training program, but also being part of Stockton Police Department and being a law enforcement officer in really challenging times. So I'd like to now read the bios of each of these individuals. So we will start with Kevin Jones. Kevin Jones is joining Stockton PD today, effective September 16th, 2014, at the rank of a police officer, reporting to Captain Scott Metters of the Field Services Division. Kevin graduated from the Fresno City College Police Academy on June 27th of this year. He served as a squad leader for his academy class. Kevin is currently working on his associate's in science degree in criminology at Fresno City College. Prior to joining SPD, Kevin was a crew leader at a bakery in Fresno. What's the name of the bakery? La Boulangerie. What he said. They didn't put that one phonetically for me. So again, welcome to Stockton PD. I'd like to now introduce our trainees who will be going to the upcoming academy. And what's additionally exciting to me is these are all local individuals from our area who are going to our local area academy. Starting off with Joseph Ciccarelli, again hired today effective September 16th as all of them, and hired at the rank of police officer trainee. He will be sent to the upcoming academy that I mentioned. He received his Associates of Arts degree in Administration of Justice from Modesto Junior College. Prior to working or coming to join for SPD, he worked as a retail sales consultant for AT&T. Next is Anthony Cooper. He may look familiar to you. He's been a long-time SPD employee for us as a community service officer, and we're very happy and very pleased and proud that he's now going to be at the rank of a police officer once he completes the academy. Anthony Cooper, a current employee transferring today to the position of police officer trainee, also will be sent to the upcoming academy. He's been a part of Stockton PD for the last 6.5 years, working as a community service officer too, and he most recently worked in the strategic operations section. Anthony received his associate's in arts degree in social and behavioral sciences with an emphasis in preparation work for teaching from San Joaquin Delta College. Next up is Louis Hammonds Jr. Prior to joining SPD, Louis worked as an armed guard for the Transportation Security Administration in Oakland, TSA. Next, we have Jared. Jared attended Multnomah University. Did I say that right? Okay. Good answer, Jared. No, I'm kidding. Jared, good start. No, Jared attended Multnomah University in Portland, Oregon, where he studied biblical studies. Prior to joining SPD, Jared worked for the Grover Custom Home Builders as a job site foreman and finish carpenter, and he is also a professional photographer. Next is Andrew Mulgrew. He was a corporal in the U.S. Marine Corps, where he served for 4 years. Prior to joining SPD, he was a deputy for the Stanislaus County Sheriff's Office for 3 years, working in the custodial section. Next is Bo Riley, so we know where we are. There we are. There's Bo. He received his Bachelor's of Science degree in Communication from Arizona State University, and prior to joining SPD, he was a club manager at 24 Hour Fitness. Kao Seifang received his AA degree in Administration of Justice from Sacramento City College. He was in the United States Marine Corps for 4 years. He was an E4 corporal. Prior to joining SPD, Cal worked as an intern for the California Department of Veterans Affairs. Eduardo Silva Duarte received his Associates of Science degree in Respiratory Care from Modesto Junior College. Prior to joining SPD, he worked as an inventory associate for Best Buy in Riverbank. And Guillermo Zuniga received his bachelor's degree in criminal justice from Sacramento State University. Prior to joining SPD, he worked as a community service officer for Sacramento State Police Department. Okay. So those are all of our new hires today. And I now get to swear in Officer Kevin Jones. So this is what we call the oath or affirmation for a police officer for the city of Stockton. And if you could raise your right hand for me. I state your name.
I, Kevin Jones,
Do solemnly swear
do solemnly swear
that I will support and defend
that I will support and defend
the Constitution of the United States
the Constitution of the United States
and the Constitution of the State of California
and the Constitution of the State of California
against all enemies,
against all enemies,
foreign and domestic,
foreign and domestic,
that I will bear true faith and allegiance
that I will bear true faith and allegiance
to the Constitution of the United
to
States
the Constitution of the United States
and the Constitution of the State of California,
and the Constitution of the State of California,
that I take this obligation freely
that I take this obligation freely
without any mental reservation
without any mental reservation
or purpose of evasion,
or purpose of evasion,
and that I will well and faithfully
and that I will well and faithfully
discharge the duties
discharge the duties
upon which I'm about to enter.
upon which I'm about to enter.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Go ahead and give him a round of applause. Your Stockton Police Department badge. Okay. Hang on to that. I also have your certificate. This is his certificate of appointment, following the same general format we've had for the police department since 1850. There you go. Congratulations. Sure. So for Officer Jones, I just gave him the badge. And I just want to conclude on this, and I'll read this briefly, but it's called the Shield. And it's actually about the type of police shield that we wear here at Stockton PD. There are many types of police badges. There are stars, 5-point, 6-point, 7-point. They're laurel wreath badges, oval badges, and shield badges. Of these, we wear the shield. Historians believe that the origin of the police shield is based on the medieval knights of the 1200s. They donned coat of arms shields that identified their allegiance to justice, chivalry, and their royal leaders. They took an oath to protect the weak and defenseless and to fight for the general welfare of all. It was a shield of authority that they enforced the king's law and protected the people of the villages. But in doing so, knights had to be honest, brave, trustworthy, and of good moral character. So why today do we wear our shield badge above the left chest pocket? When a police officer takes their oath, as he just did, they are given the badge to be worn over their heart. The knights held their shield on the left side to protect their heart, holding their typically dominant hand to bear arms. Today, it is to ever remind our hearts of our pledge to protect and serve the public. In order to obtain your shield, you first had to take an oath, and before that, you memorized the law enforcement code of ethics. Let the shield stand for that code of ethics. Let your heart always be reminded that we are here to serve humankind, to protect the weak and innocent, and to respect human rights. We wear this shield as a symbol of being honest and exemplary, to enforce laws courageously, and to be unsullied. Wear this shield with honor, and always remember why you signed up to be a law enforcement officer. That concludes our ceremony. If we could give everybody here one more round of applause. And please join me in welcoming them to the police department. Thank you very much.